That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
I almost missed it. Change it up a little bit.
Everybody miss that out there. Welcome in. This is A2D After Dark, only on A2D Radio. We are brought to you by Body Check Wellness. BodyCheckWellness.com. Promo code A2D for 20% off. Go check them out. They're the best. I love their products. I take their clarity and focus. Listen, I live by it. Live by it on my second bottle of it. Almost going on my third because guess what? There's a promo code. BodyCheckWellness.com. Promo code A2D. 20% off. Tom, Tori, Chrome, Ariana, Lindsay, the family. What up, everybody? We're all back. I know last week you had some of us were right here. We're ready to go. We're in the locker room. We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. And then guess what? You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes went to the wrong barber. And then next thing you know, people were missing. And we weren't able to give you a great show last week. But guess what? We're back. We're talking Super Bowl, obviously. We'll have some prop bets. There's some fun things that we're going to throw out there. And Tori said she'll track them. I don't know what that means. We'll take her word for it.
Know what that means.
And we'll give you our picks, not always Super Bowl wise, but prop bets. Reaction.
I just hope that this Windows update fixes the internet issue that we have going on here.
You know what? My Windows was updating for about 97 hours, and I think I'm good to go now.
97 hours?
It was a long time.
That's like
2021 has not been good.
4 days and 1 hour. That's amazing.
That was pretty quick math there.
Yeah, well, I know we haven't been able to talk much about the Eagles coaching hires because obviously we weren't on last week, so we'll dive into a little bit of that. Sixers, some live reactions. I mean, nothing to real react to. They're up 22. Not putting my nose up to it, but they're up 22. They're rolling the Hornets like they should. So we'll talk some Sixers, talk about their season so far, and our poll question ties right into basketball, and that's brought to you by our doc. Make him yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. Find them on the web, SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Our poll, sort of like a hot topic. A little bit of a hot topic over the last 24 hours. Maybe it's died off a little bit, but we want to know what everybody thinks out there. We want your thoughts on it. And it is, I am Team LeBron in his argument with the Insta model. Agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, follow, download. Join our conversation tonight. So our poll, I am Team LeBron in his argument with the Insta model. Agree or disagree? And I almost feel like in this one, you could be team middle ground too. Like there's not many agree to disagrees that I think are going to be allowed to be team middle ground. I will say this. I'm not going to be middle ground on it, but both are wrong, right? Both are wrong. This stop. But guess what? Heckling of players or talking trash to players has been happening in sports forever. And I'll say this.
What this country was founded on. Come on.
Yeah, it's founded on us talking shit on players. You know what I mean? That we don't like. That's what it's all about when you go to a game. And if you can afford them type of seats, then to each their own. But I'm not a guy who's going to go heckle players. That's just not my style. But I understand people want to talk some shit. Let them talk some shit. Okay? But guess what? That's been going on forever. And I don't agree with any of that stuff. But I'll say this a million times. I don't look at any player, nor should a kid, as a role model off courts, etc. Right? But they are role models when they're playing the game. When you're playing the game, you're a role model. What you do off the court, some players don't want that. We're not role models off the court. Okay, I'll give you that pass because I agree with them to a point. But on the court, when you're playing, you are a role model. Okay? And there is kids watching you because you're LeBron James. Okay? There's like we all watch Michael Jordan. Okay? My eyes couldn't go off of Mike and Kobe. My eyes, Mike, Kobe, all the guys that we love to watch, AI, whatever. You know what I mean? But like all them guys, like our eyes didn't leave them, right? On the court. Okay? AI was a train wreck off the court sometimes. Okay? But if you watch them on the court, it's everything you want from an athlete. Everything you want from an athlete on the court. LeBron, great basketball player. Nobody's taking this away from him, nor will I ever take that away from him. And from what I know of, not a bad guy off the court. Doesn't get in trouble, at least not that we know of. Nothing comes out on that. So I give him all the kudos in the world for that. Because with that fame and spotlight, it's easy to get in trouble. It's easy for stuff to come out. Okay? It just is. All right? So I'll give him credit for that. But I'm not going to give you credit for talking to him. You can talk to him any way you want to. I won't say a word. That's two grown men, two alphas, giving it back and forth to each other. When she starts going at it, she ain't even worth your time. She is not worth your time, and you just made her famous. If she wasn't already, I don't know who else she was, but you just made her famous. Look what you just did for her. So why I am disagree, because I'm not team LeBron,
take notes, ladies.
Is you just made her famous, and you look like an idiot doing it. Because you shouldn't talk to any woman like that. And I'm not saying that because the women are on the show. Like you're a pro in that environment. That's where you got to be a pro at. And pros are walk away. Walk away. You got to go get her kicked out. Nobody cares about that. I don't blame you. But walk away from the situation. All right? With him, go right at him. I don't care what you do with him. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourselves. Say whatever you want. You'll never hear me come out the next day if you talk to him like that, being team him, Insta Model's husband. Like I'm not team Insta Model's husband. Make sense? I'm never going to be team him. That's just two guys going at it. But for her, dude, be better, bro. Be better. Because you are better. Like, you never get in trouble. You're not MJ to me. You never will be to me. That doesn't take away your greatness or none of that stuff. But be better. Because that's a poor example. Because now kids hear you calling a woman a ranky ass bitch. Or rank ass. Whatever. Sit your ranky ass down. Whatever. I don't care. Some people, she didn't say bitch. Close enough to me. Close enough. Close enough. Semantics. Go take it out on the players on the court. That's all I got to say about it. Ladies, Chrome, what do you say? Are you team LeBron in the argument or team Insta?
Not Tom. I
don't know.
Is
We're
this
hearing you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, earbuds.
Did it stop?
It stopped. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird.
Chrome knows he gets the Rice Krispie treats. Never forget.
But no, Tom, I'm totally on your side. At first, when the whole thing came out, I was literally on Twitter, like watching all of this stuff go down. And I honestly could not tell, like, I didn't see the video of him saying that to her at first. And I'm like, what did this girl do? Because, I mean, I don't mean to be like that, but, like, I stalked her Instagram. Like, I had a good time stalking her Instagram. Then I found his Instagram, was stalking his Instagram. So that was my little bit of fun for the whole situation. But, no, I agree. I mean, you are the professional. Like, he is the professional. You need to act like a professional. Like you said, you're a role model to people, to not only just people, but to kids. Like, that is who you are, especially, like, I agree with all of your points, especially on the court. Like, he's on the court saying that. Really? No, yeah. I don't want to be, team Insta model because that girl has got some, like, issues. But, I mean, not issues. Like, you know what I mean? But she just, yeah, she's a lot. But, yeah, sure.
6 men don't turn you ladies on? My fault.
What?
No. Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that's where where that might have been going.
No, but
Probably.
I think you like team her because she totally rode the like, oh my God, I'm famous now. She rode the wave out. You know what I mean? But yeah, he shouldn't be doing that. I don't care what the situation is. I guess I'm team IG model.
I can't believe that's a team that I took, and now we're circling the wagons 2-0 for team IG model.
And the funny part is that she's like not an IG model. So
What is she?
I guess we're just naming her that Team IG model.
Well,
So-
people are calling her a Karen, and I don't
Not
want to call her a Karen because Karens are
like old
Karens are
women
over
with
50.
jobs.
Yeah, so when I get called a Karen, I'm offended because I'm not 50 years old. Like that pisses me off. Call me a Karen. I'm not mad that you're calling me a Karen. I'm mad that you're calling me old. So I don't call her a Karen because she's not old.
I don't know.
She's 25. I
Yeah.
thought she was 40 because of,
And that's
Again-
what people are saying. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys saw this, but Cam Soda, I don't know if you know what that is,
No.
offered her 50 grand
Yeah.
to do a solo adult video for them for their website already.
Are we talking pornography?
God.
That would be a solo adult video, not
Solo?
including other participants. Yes, I'm not going to get graphic on that.
Explain that to me, Chrome. I'm just kidding.
A singular video
I'm
of
just kidding.
a single
yeah.
person.
I wonder if she'll do it. Would
who
you do
knows?
it?
Oh, I mean, I'll do anything for money, whatever.
Wait,
How
I'm
much?
cracking up at Sean's comment.
I used to mash up all my food on the lunch tray for $5. I ate a dog treat for fucking $7.
You were probably that guy at the Eagles parade that ate horse poop.
No,
Oh,
that's
no, I don't
the
go
best
there.
comment of the whole thing I thought of too. Sean Spielman. Was I the only one who overlooked the whole thing?
The whole thing.
And he types like a freaking jackass. Why do you got to uncap? This is what
Hey, Sean, unblock me on Facebook.
Like, good luck with that. Sean says, was I the only one who overlooked the whole thing at first and said, when the fuck did the NBA let people sit courtside? Yeah.
No, literally my first
Me
thought.
too.
That was my
I
first
didn't.
thought. I was like, wait a minute. Take a step back. Is this old or something?
Yeah. When I saw the breaking news of it, like I got the notification,
Breaking news.
I was like, wait, yeah, this was like a breaking news thing. I was like, they got fans in the stadium? What?
Wait, was this in LA or was this in Atlanta?
Atlanta. Hot Atlanta.
Wow.
Because they're Hawks fans. That's where the whole
Yeah.
Right.
our husband's a big Hawks fan. So there's going to be trash talk. Like this dude acts like it's his first time dealing with trash talk. Grow up, Peter Pan. I'm so sick of woe is me, LeBron now. Now I'm annoyed. Like, woe is me, LeBron. Just shut up. Like, shut up. You always got to be involved in everything. Like, that's the only thing that drives me crazy about him. It's like he wants, like, some people don't want the fame. He wants every bit of it to me. Like, loves it. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But he loves it. And he drives me, and it drives me crazy sometimes. Now, as we're saying, as we're talking on LeBron, Charlotte, by the way, down 11. So they're coming back a little bit. But no, I mean, that's just like part of basketball and part of courtside seats and part of fans going to games forever. So
Agree.
Do you think it's because he's so not used to having fans? And this is like a stupid point, but he's so not used to having fans around that like it just triggered him more because he's been without that for so long. You know what I mean? Like without the heckling.
Could have been. Like an adrenaline rush kind of thing?
Yeah, like he was just like extra triggered because he's like, oh, I haven't dealt with this for a year.
Yeah.
yeah, no, extra trigger's fine. You know what I mean? Being like even saying anything back to me is not going to get a reaction like we're talking about. But it's what he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what he said.
Because I came across something the other day, and it was when the fans were saying something to Danny Green, and it was pretty funny. And Danny Green like walks up to them and goes like, "Oh yeah, how about my 3 rings?" or something like that. And like that's funny. Like chirp back. Like I'm not against you chirping back. All right, so I'll say I disagree with Paul because, like I said, I'm about chirping back. But like what he said, calling her a bitch, like you're so disrespectful. First off. Second off, I don't know. Like I normally hate Instagram models because it's like not me. It's like the opposite of what I stand for. Even though I am becoming to be an influencer, I know, but I just can't stand it.
Sounds like it bothers you.
But like I feel like I'm that girl. Like first off, I've been thrown out of a couple events. We'll say in my day. We'll talk about that on another show for nothing. I'm not saying so they're both wrong, right?
For nothing to her? For nothing?
No, literally like the one time it was like nothing. But
The one time out of a couple.
We're gonna take your word for it, Dwight Howard. You sound like Dwight Howard with the fouls. Like it's never me. It was never me.
Yo, Dwight Howard, I'm sorry. He is like getting the short end of the stick out there at all times. I'm team Dwight too. So this girl, like, she's made, like, she was defending her man. Like, even though her man seems like an alpha too, she's obviously an alpha as well. And it's like, if my man was in a fight, like, he can handle it. If I had a man, like, he could handle himself probably. But, like, I'm not the type of person to sit back and just, like, let it go. No, like, I don't care if you're LeBron. And some people are saying, like, he's LeBron, let him do whatever he wants. I don't care if it's the Pope. And the Pope is, like, giving me a side eye and calling me a rank-ass bitch. Guess what? The Pope's gonna hear it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm about that. I'm about her defending herself and defending her man. And I don't think she thought she was gonna get famous from this. She was just being herself. And I love the opinion. I love the passion. I don't know. I'm just about it. And I've never hated on LeBron. But guess what? LeBron is the crumb of the week for me. And I've never given a crumb of the week.
I think that's an aggressive night when they got home tour.
With the guy and the girl?
Yeah, like that's probably you know what I mean?
Like, do you mean sexually, or like you think they're mad at each other?
That life. Like that, they seemed like a lot of tensions that night. Like they were built.
We're not talking Eagles Cowboys jersey type of tension.
No, we're not talking
Crooms
love life.
We're a notch or two down from
being honest, like, you know what I mean? They feel like a bunch of
they could have went home and been like, oh my God, that was like crazy, and you know, let's rip each other's clothes off. Thank you, babe. Like, or they could have been like blaming each other for shit, and maybe they were drunk. And I've been there too, where it's like you're drunk and you know you guys both started drama and you're gonna blame each other. So
yeah, that's true too.
I don't know. We need to find out. Did they bang or did they sleep in separate rooms? That's the real question of the hour.
Go ask them, Tor.
I actually did DM her. I was trying to get her on the show.
Use your influencing powers and maybe she'll.
Maybe she'll respond when I get 3,000 more Instagram followers.
There you go.
What you gonna buy her and say? You try to get her.
Try to get her on. Should I read it? Should I read it? Yeah, we got to get her. Her name, by the way, is Juliana. I think.
Is she the
Juliana
leader?
Carlos? What? Wait, my message is kind of funny. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Love the way you defended yourself and your man. I've been thrown out of a few games myself. LOL. What's sad is like this isn't from 10 years ago. This is from 2 days ago. And then I said how I do a show. Love to have you on. I'm sure you're getting a lot of DMs. And then I said, if not, keep doing you. And then I wrote her a second one. P.S. I'm on your side.
Oh, because she didn't get that from the first, whole part.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Wow.
In case I wasn't clear with everything after "Hey, girl."
It sounds funnier when I read it out loud, but wow.
That was good. That was good. I don't know how she don't respond to that.
I mean, wait till I have 5,000 followers. She's gonna be like, I missed my chance.
Boxing you. Hey, girl. About that LeBron thing. You still want to talk about that?
Hey, girl. Trying to get another 15 minutes of fame. I'm gonna be like, girl, I'm too big for you now. You had your chance. So.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm crying.
Chrome Ariana to the poll. I don't know if we got that.
P.S. I'm on your side.
That's the hey girl, and then the follow up PS. Because the first one wasn't enough. Then we had to follow up with the PS.
P.S. I love you.
Team Insta, that's what you should have put. Team Insta model, that's what you should have hit her with.
Oh,
That would
damn.
have got her.
You know what? I'm gonna send her this clip. Really, really gonna get her attention.
Should use that clip. Oh, that's great.
Oh, I'm
That's
really crying.
all right.
What, Ariana?
So I'm sure by now you guys know I don't really watch basketball, so it's not a shock that I don't know much about this story. But gathering like everything you guys are saying, like putting it all together, I'm kind of in the middle. It's kind of like a two wrongs don't make a right situation from what I'm hearing. And I can see both sides because like playing sports growing up, like at all different levels, like I have like so much anger in me when I step on a field. So anything like triggers me. But that also means I have to take it. So, like, for LeBron, like, you've been doing the sport for how many years? Like, was it literally because what Tori said, you haven't had to, like, go off on anyone in a while? Or, like, were you really that angry that, like, you really, like, that's what you thought she was? Like, we don't know. And he's not going to really talk about it because, like, why would he? Like, clearly he messed up. Like, you don't say that to a female. Like, in 2020 and, like, moving forward, like, the way this world is going, you can't say that at all. So I don't know. I think the story's just gonna die down, and he'll get a slap on the wrist for it. But like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not Team LeBron, Team Instamodel. I'm kind of just.
You have to care. Pick a side.
It's
die on that side.
Just don't pick the side Rob Brinkman's picking, because Rob, you're wrong.
I think he's the only Team LeBron.
No,
that Karen can go pounce it. What did she call LeBron?
That's what I want to know. What was like her comment that threw him over the edge? I haven't heard that.
Did you watch the video of her like freaking out or no?
Yeah, she's like, but her fingers like,
and she like pulled her mask down and she was like,
oh yeah, her fingers were like,
they were really cruising right at the end, because she gave a little like to somebody that was like around there. She popped them, like she was like,
wait, and then the hair was like,
yeah.
See, I would have done the same thing, but I would have turned around to walk out like a badass, and then I would have tripped and like fell face first onto the court.
Wait, you don't have to throw me out. I'm leaving.
Yeah, but would have fell.
You guys aren't throwing me out. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
I'm not fired. I quit.
I don't know how anybody could be Team LeBron Brinks like that. Come on, you're better than that. He's the best player in the league. Okay, and is in his 45th season. He's as old as me. Okay, Rob. So he's a grown ass man. It ain't a 22-year-old kid talking back to a female like that. It's a grown ass man. If it was a 22-year-old kid, I would have way more like, oh, listen, it's a kid. Okay, he's not even a freaking man yet. You're talking about 38. What's he? 37, 38-year-old man. Like, dude, come on. You should be beyond that.
And, wait a minute.
His hairline says he's better than that.
He tweeted something like sassy or no? I'm not sure. John Lynch said, "Did you see his tweet?" So we're gonna look it up.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he made comments after the game.
Yeah, and he said they were like, "Are you?"
And he said something smart.
Like, fans like back in the arena, and he was like, yeah, he like said something about them possibly having too much to drink. That's what they said.
Oh wait, he wrote Courtside Karen was mad.
Yeah.
Dude drinks wine every night, so I don't want him talking as he's sipping wine on his IG, talking about other people drinking. That shit one had nothing to do with the other. Obviously, when you're drinking, things like this happen. But the point is like, come on. That's what fans go to the games to do. They go to the games to have some cocktails and get rowdy. That's just part of the experience. So you drink on IG Live, Bron. So you know what I mean. So people drink. All right, you act like you're in freaking, Roman time. I mean, you're in the Roman times as much wine as you're drinking. All right, LeBron. So don't start talking about people drinking. I hate when he gets double standard. Like, what do you think people go to games to do?
Literally on his pedestal, which I don't like. I don't like that, and I've never hated on LeBron. Like the whole LeBron MJ thing, I'm like, it's so annoying because they can both be great. Like I'm that person where it's like different generations, they're both great. Never hate on LeBron. But like this just rubs me the wrong way. Like, shut your mouth, shoot your shot.
I feel like he was like a rookie. Like I feel like that's what I would see from like a younger player, like react like that. Like Ron Artest and that whole situation. Somebody tried to compare it to. First off, grow up.
Yeah.
Okay? Somebody threw water on them, and then they leaped into the stands and went to fight grown ass men. They didn't go to fight a woman. They went to fight grown ass men. So don't compare. You can't compare bullshit to something that's completely different. Like I hate when a lot of people want to try that comparison. Well, Steven Jackson's not the best guy in the world, okay? All right, and LeBron James should be held way to a higher level and standard than Steven Jackson and a guy who changed his name in Ron Artest. Okay, changed his name after the age of 35. It's all you need to know. All right, it's all you need to know. Okay,
and
the same standard.
Don's comment, she should have let her husband argue with LeBron. Okay, but you're missing the point. The point is that even if she said something, you're a professional, let it go. You like Tom was saying, if they want to argue, let them argue. And like if she wants to if she wants to get in between, that's her decision. But like you are the professional and you should just be like, okay.
And like I said, as an alpha female myself, as a passionate person, as a
you just want to stay alpha as many chances you get tonight. I'm keeping a counter at home.
As a defender of people I love, I would not just watch my freaking husband argue with LeBron James by himself. Kidding me? No. I would have been like, wow, you know that part in the movie where it's like you realize your life's purpose and you're like, oh. I'd be like, this is it. This is what I was brought to this earth was to defend my man against LeBron on the court.
This is a war? Is it World War II? Like, you know what I mean? I love that though. I mean, I love it. Like that's how. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. When I start looking around the battlefield and I see like everyone dying, and then I just like pull up my freaking gun. All right, I'm not talking about guns. I'm not talking about that. Shit's about to get weird.
Mr. Fly Guy, yeah, people have been going back and forth with fans for years, but that's totally fine.
But wait, Mr. Fly Guy, who's he calling a clown though?
I don't know. I guess he's saying that LeBron, because this is what happens. I just want to explain to everybody what happens out there with people is there are love affairs for players that they're all on the team. They're on his defense team. Like, I want to know how much money you guys get in the mail or just Venmo to you from LeBron's team. Like, I just want to know, because all you guys just defend people no matter what they do wrong. Like, no matter what they do wrong, they're never allowed to be saying, yo, that's wrong. And that's what I hate about today. To put your love affairs for players away, because I got no hate for LeBron James. You don't talk to women like that. It's that simple. I don't care that it's been going on, fans and players for years, right? Talk to the old steroid guy you were yelling at. Keep talking to him. Tell her, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to him. That's all you got to keep saying to her. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. If you really want to be verbal, you want to be on a verbal assault game, okay? That's how you go about it then. I know emotions run high in sports. Okay, so for me to expect him to be better than that, emotions get high. Okay, but it's what you said.
Listen, right? I go to my work and I call somebody a ranky ass bitch. I'm getting fired whether I was provoked or not. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
That's any industry. That doesn't matter if you're a professional athlete or whatever. And I worked in the financial industry. You don't think motherfuckers come in and heckle over their money? Them people are difficult to work with. They are worse than dealing with drunk asses at a sports game. When it comes to people and their money and stuff, and it doesn't matter if they got $3 to their name or $100,000 to their name, they're all the same. So believe me, if I call somebody a rank ass bitch, I'm fired. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. So grow up. You want to talk about Tom? Grow up, Peter Pan. Motherfuckers living in Neverland down there. Hey, by the way, Doug Peterson ain't the head coach. Get a new fucking picture. Anyway, moving on.
Neverland again, right? If I went inside and said that to my wife, I'm getting kicked out the fucking house. You understand how this shit works? If I went and said that to any of you ladies, the A2D folds yesterday, right? So you understand the double standard on how things are.
Now you got me thinking. He wasn't given a fine?
Somebody said that to his mother. Whoever that clown was down there with that comment. If somebody said that to his mother or his sister or his grandmother, he'd have a whole different tune. But he's one of these fucking LeBron jock strap licking motherfuckers out here who's going to defend anything that he has to say or do, because that's what they are, and that's ridiculous.
It's called you're not logical.
I in the end of the day, right, the heckling going back and forth, whatever, I didn't really think it was a huge story, but I'll say this: A, you cannot talk to somebody, a female, that way. That's number one. Number two, clearly the fact, even if he threw in the little thing with the alcohol, the fact that he, in the post-game conference or post comments that he made after the fact, talking about that he does think fans should be there, and he kind of seemed to backtrack off, and he said that he didn't think she should have got thrown out. Tells me he knows that he was wrong, and he's doing damage control. That's what that tells me.
So what Don says is,
if you believe that you didn't do anything wrong and you were 100% justified, you're going to sit there and say, nope, they should have been kicked out. But he started backtracking. So that alone right there tells me he knew he did something wrong.
That's so.
I have examples.
On her end.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Crum. I thought you were done. My bad.
I'm sorry. On her end, like, I'm sorry. Like, First, I didn't think she did anything too crazy. She defended her guy. She seemed like she was probably more animated with her arm motions than what she said. I think it was more a combination of both of them that got LeBron heated. That being said, guess what? Guess who's living rent-free? Because you're LeBron James and you just gave attention. You just let somebody live rent-free off your status because you couldn't keep yourself together. And you know what? I don't blame her. I'd squeeze every drop out of that lemon, every single bit of that 15 minutes of fame while she can.
And the thing is like when you say that, the other thing that comes to my head is like, you're so right with he's backtracking. And if he knew like he was completely in the right, he'd be like, no, like that was insane. Like they should have, you know what I mean? But also the fact that if he would have just blown her off and would have just like walked away from it, whatever, then the Twitter would have been blowing up with like, oh my God, it still sort of was, but like, look at this girl, like she's crazy, like why did she blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But now the fact that he had to throw that in there, now it's like, who's right? Rather, you could have just avoided the whole situation and you wouldn't even have to like worry about that. Everyone would just be thinking, wow, she was like saying this and this and this and this. And he was like, he walked away from it, but it's not.
Could you imagine if, like, I coach AAU baseball, so I'm down third base lines with a lot of moms that aren't the nicest women sometimes, all right? Especially if their kids are losing, and especially when you have a third base coach who is going to be a little animated and going to be wound up for his boys, because that's how we go about our business. We focus on us. Not talking to nobody else ever, right? Ever. You know the things that have been said to me down the line that I'm not even going to repeat on here. Like, I'm not even going to repeat that kind of crap on here. And there's never been a point where I've had some things said to me like, what'd you say to me? And I say, yo, knock it off. You know what I mean? Have some respect. I'm out here coaching, right? Never once. Sit down, bitch. Now, when you're coaching, your emotions are high too, like a player. Remember this. So you get a little, you know what I mean? You might go and do things you would never usually do. Never ever said any of them kinds of things. I said, yo, you're out of control. I might have said, hey, easy, Karen. I might have said stuff like that.
Easy,
right?
Karen.
They really attack me. I might hit you with Karen. I'm not going to say you get off the hook. This is the thing I'm not saying about LeBron. You can say whatever you want back to her to a point, right? It would have been gold if you would hit her with a Karen, sit down. That would have been gold. You wouldn't hear nothing from me. I would be laughing on your side. But it's what you said. Like, that's what I'm saying. I got no problem with him saying something back to her. I'm an emotional cat too. Yo, who are you talking to? You can say something like that, right? With the rank ass. Like, that's it, and you can say, oh, we didn't call her bitch. Fine. You can have that one. And I'll just hold on to what I know for a fact he said and heard, okay? That's okay. Because if I say that coaching, right, and anybody gets that on video, I just want to confirm this with the people, right? I'm done. Right. No matter how good of a job I do, no matter how many kids like me, parents, etc., the organ doesn't matter. That's the double standard shit that doesn't fly with me, and that's why I'm allowed that I think have an opinion on it and not just be like, oh, it's LeBron. Like, no, I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather not. I'd rather take that off. So that's
so like Don said, well, he felt disrespected. That's why he said something, but so did she. So
who cares that he felt disrespected?
That's what I'm saying. And so did she, and they both spoke up. And he took it to a different level.
Don, I love you, bro. But guess what? When it comes to your profession, a lot of professions here, nobody ever gets the respect that they deserve or the respect that they earn. But guess what? You still have to be a professional. It's time to grow up. We ain't kids here, man. I'm a 35-year-old man. I'll tell you right now. Anybody talks to my mother, my sister that way, I don't care if they open their mouth or not. When you're in your workplace and somebody calls my mom a rank-ass bitch, which nobody would. My mother's a sweet, sweet lady. But if they did, guess what? That's it. Game over. Done.
Yeah. Levi knows. Like Coach Levi, I mean, we're wound up. We're some wound up dogs out there. We got an agenda to do. But that's between the lines. It's never directed at anybody else, right? And when you're a player on the court, like anything that goes on the court isn't directed at a fan. You know what I mean? So like fans always go to that line. They always go to that line, and some of them cross it plenty of times. The umpires, everything. So, come on. Like, it's your first time. Like, why do you think I stopped umpiring sports? Because you weren't going to verbally assault me. Because I'm doing every video ever firing and smoking you. So I don't want to be the trendy umpire that has like verbal assaults with people. Like, I don't want to be that guy because that's what it came to 10 years doing.
You should be the umpire influencer.
You know, but you try to, okay, I can't deal with that side of it anymore. So you move away from that. You know what I mean? So LeBron, if you can't handle it, get back millions, call it a career.
I mean, I know that we have to move on from this pretty soon, but I just want to say this, that when it comes down to this kind of
all day.
Wait, I love the comment. I love that.
I love that one. You can disrespect me all you want.
That's right. I sure as hell will too.
Amen.
You could pimp smack me, bitch slap me in the face once a night before bed. Hey, stop, boom. Like I never know when it's coming. You just come out of nowhere. At any point throughout 24 hours, you have a free pass of laying me out, and I'll take that for $30 million a year. And if I dodge it, you don't get another one. Make sense? Like, so all 24 hours until it's coming. I'm on my toes. I'm willing to take that for $30 million a year.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what was said. I feel like in a lot of these situations, though, by this far into it, if it's something that crosses the line, we kind of know about it by now. Because players talk, whether it's LeBron's going to say it or a teammate's going to say it, it ends up coming out whether it's something that crosses the line. And we've heard this stuff.
Oh,
Whoa. Switch
My
up.
back.
Whoa. That
My
was
back?
like some magic trick shit.
Whoa, my back. Did you guys hear me that whole time?
yeah, but I didn't move.
Yeah. But then you just what is going on up in
But
here?
when this stuff,
The girl took us on a trip to Disney World, everybody. The Magic Kingdom.
No, it was just like,
not soon enough.
oh my god.
But when this kind of stuff goes on and this kind of stuff happens, we've heard cases where, people have said stuff that cross lines, racial stuff and everything else. It's come out. At the end of the day,
I don't even know him.
this just seems to me like a bunch of fans who just opened their mouths up, probably were really animated, probably intoxicated, and LeBron just got annoyed by it. And at the end, everybody's got to be adults in this situation, and nobody was. That's where it kind of comes down to at the end of the day. And regardless of whether she's defending her husband or not, because he even kept saying in the video, it was the steroid husband. He wasn't even, and that's what bothered me about it, right? If you go and they have now added captions so you could follow what he's saying in lip reading. He keeps saying it's the roided up husband and that she just kind of jumped in at the end. So really, he's not even really putting a lot on her, but he went out of his way to call her a rank ass bitch. And I
haven't been heard someone be called a rank ass bitch since 1994. Like, when did that come back?
That was a great trend back then, and we're going to be diving into old trends.
Look at
Speaking of,
you.
that's transition right there. But I'm just saying, that's the thing I think in the end that really bothers me is that when I look at it and I see that he is specifically saying it's more the husband, but goes out of his way to call her a rank ass bitch. That is a problem to me.
Yeah.
That is an absolute problem.
I agree with Wilson. Tell her to shut up. Like if you said sit down and shut up.
Well, he started doing that.
Hey,
and
Wilson.
he started calling her name.
Nothing
Wilson,
wrong with that to me.
Next time we hang out, I dare Wilson to tell me to sit down and shut up.
Well, are you coming at him to her? Because then he's allowed to say to her, no. Gonna need you to sit down and shut up.
You really tried to make that like
sit down.
I think he was like, "This is sounding real good" until I actually have to say
slow
it.
down and try and make this respectful.
Yeah, he couldn't even do it.
Sorry,
he couldn't even do it.
Sorry, guys. I'm retracting that one. Get that out with a straight face.
I can't.
But telling her to sit down, fine. I mean, listen. I get the emotion
What's
side.
your dog?
But I get the emotion side of it. Like you're yelling back and forth. Like he's allowed to yell back.
Yeah.
If he wants to. It's what you yell back is where I think we all agree on what crosses the line. Not you yelling back at her like, I don't care enough about that. I wouldn't even do a video on that. What you said to her, which got a guy like me up and out of my chair, like, oh, I mean, we're not going to let this fly. You know what I mean? We're not going to, like, if somebody said to my sister, you know, growing up, they're getting choked out. So, I mean, I don't know who's cool with that. Like, I know listen, her husband was obviously talking a lot of shit, okay? And she got involved. And listen, it is what it is. Like I said at the beginning, both are wrong. We'll move on from it. But, like, the couple's wrong for engaging to begin with. That happens at sporting events, though. Doesn't make it okay. And he's also wrong for what he said back. But besides that, to me, like, that's the only thing that was like, I don't personally try to take shots at LeBron too often because he's not a guy there's a lot of shots to take.
I don't either.
Because I try to grow up and say,
I like LeBron.
Yeah, I want to try to stoke in greatness in the moment more, right? I try to. Like, I try to be more of an adult now and say, you know what? Let me try taking a step back and just enjoying some of the greatness that is around us. Brady, LeBron. But this shit's not okay, dude. I was saying shit about Jordan.
Listen, I mean, I agree with you. You know, it's nowadays you try to step back and even with like the Penguins, right? In hockey, like you can hate a guy, but you can still respect what he's done, right? And I look at Crosby now and I'm like, you know, there's a greatness to him. I know, don't roll your eyes there. But it's the same thing with Tom Brady. Like what he's doing at 43 years old when so many of these guys went into the Hall of Fame at his age is amazing. And that's how I look at LeBron very, very differently now. And guess what? Like we hated what he did in Miami and I think more so we hated how he went about getting there with the whole sit down special and all in hindsight. But he was ahead of the curve. That was the trend of the league. And like, I can't hate guys for that kind of stuff, but you still can't, that doesn't give you a free pass. You don't get a free pass on anything. You have to be held accountable. You take all the praise, all the accolades, all the amazing things he does in life. And he does with kids and building schools and all kinds of stuff. It's okay. We're not wrecking the guy, but it's okay to be like, bro, you were wrong here.
Yeah, accountability doesn't equal hate. Accountability is never equal hate. Like holding somebody accountable for doing something wrong doesn't equal automatically, oh, Tom, you're a hater or you hate him. No, actually quite the opposite. If I hated him, you would know, right? Like you would be clear as day that I hate LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. Like Chrome says, he does a lot of great things and he's a great player. There's nothing for me to hate. Like, you know what I mean? Like when we play him, do I hate him? Oh yeah, but we're not playing. All right. So 6-3.
You just sounded like the Kool-Aid guy. Oh,
Tori, did you have an opinion on yet again now?
I'm sure I do. What is it?
There was a comment in there. You know, obviously, again, your boy's crying about wanting to get out of Philly. You want to have anything to say about that before we move on?
What do I think about that?
Yeah, you know, Mr. Softy's crying again about wanting to leave Philly.
I don't blame Carson for wanting out of Philly. I said that before. I don't blame him. No. The second they drafted Jalen Hurts.
Mr. Crybaby.
You know what? Crybaby. Were we? Oh.
Just trade him. Just trade him already.
Now you want to trade him?
No, you want to know my reason, Tor? Because I'm talking like if I was Carson. Do you want to know why Carson's sick and tired and maybe wants to be traded? Because look at his name get brought up every day. Every day. I want you to be traded for me too. Because I'm tired of hearing about it. Like real, fake, indifferent. I don't care. Then just deal them then. And we can all move on with our lives. Like when is Carson Wentz the only thing about Eagles football? Like newsflash, I like Carson. But this team's going to go on with or without Carson. Doesn't mean in a good direction, but they'll go on. You know what I mean? So, and there'll be another guy at some point if it's not hurt. So I can't do
another decade.
Tom, I totally agree. I feel like I've literally never seen something like this before, where every day it's something about Wentz. This is happening. This is happening, and I completely agree. Like we're gonna go on if it's gonna happen. Like just do it at this point. Like it is. It's.
I mean, a lot of it is just like recycled, though. It's like not like new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Recycled.
Even though it's recycled, it's freaking, it's every day, all the time. Like that's all I ever see. Like you're so right. You don't see any other news about the team. Like that's all you see. Quarterback. Like, is there going to be this? Is there going to be this? Like, oh my goodness.
I try to not even let myself engage with it anymore as much. Like here and there I will, but like I can't every day with it. But like speaking on this though, kind of. Somebody told me
tour on Twitter.
what?
He put out something about Darius Slay. Like, Darius Slay hasn't said he wanted to be the corner for the Eagles next year.
Yeah.
Maybe he should put a statement. Like, maybe put out a statement and say, "Hey, I want to be here. Maybe we should be looking for another corner." Like, it was one of them, and I'm like,
Right?
actually funny. Like, I
That's
actually.
good. Yeah, exactly. That's good. Well, everyone's talking about Carson going the Colts, right? Is like one of the landing spots. But then somebody told me today, and I didn't have time to really look it up or anything, that text messages were leaked about Andrew Luck and the Colts upper management about him wanting to come back. So I thought that was interesting. I haven't really had a chance to look into it, but that's a landing spot for Carson apparently. And I mean, if Andrew Luck's coming back, that's a no. But I haven't heard anything besides that. I don't know. Have you guys heard about that?
No.
Yes,
That would
I
be
heard
wild. After
I
1 year of retirement? Was it 1 year or 2?
Guess what happens? Guess what happens as an athlete, and we're
You
all
get bored?
done something. We all do something at some level, right? You miss it. You take a step away. Your body feels better than it did, and you're like, oh, you know what? I feel good. You know what I mean? You sat on the beach for a year. You got a lot of vitamin D in you, and then you're like, you know what? I miss this shit. And listen, when you get to that level, it's part of your life. So, a year away feels like you did 5 years away. So, I could see it. I could see him taking a spin back. I don't think Carson's going to Indy anyway, because supposedly his worst relationship on this team was with Press Taylor, everybody told me. The media did. Well, Press Taylor went to Indy, newsflash. So he's going to go. Frank's the guy he sleeps head to toe with, supposedly, in the all season. And the guy he hates, Press Taylor, went there, but they're bringing in There's just too many things going on. I just don't care. I really don't care. I actually hate Eagles football right now. Like, I despise it. Like, we're talking about it Monday, and like 10 minutes before a show, I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I was annoyed, like, to even talk anything Eagles anymore. Like Nick Sirianni, I don't give a rat's ass about. He's a puppet. I don't care. Okay, I don't care about his.
I was going to say we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah,
ladies, go ahead. I talked enough about Nick and all that,
right.
But
So
Trey Carson at this point, because I feel like I'm in his boat. You know what I mean? So just deal me. Yeah, you know what?
this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't blame Carson for wanting to leave, but I don't want him to leave. How long did I wait, or we waited?
But Carson left this out of control, though. Also, Tor.
What?
Carson could have came out so many times and put some of these rumors to rest, and he's done nothing.
But he comes out and says something. You think it's going to be put to rest? Okay, Carson spoke. No, we're gonna pick apart everything Carson said anyway.
It can't. But
so many things he can come out and say at this point.
This was the argument that we had the other week. It's the argument that got heated as hell.
Here's the
What
thing,
we do
right,
after
Tor?
this?
You don't know nobody.
It's not gonna get any. It can't possibly get any worse. Not saying a word than it is now, or I'm saying by saying something than it is now. Not saying a word.
Always
So,
got
like, at this point, you're playing with house money, man. Just come out. If you want to come out and say fuck the Eagles, come out and say fuck the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
No, he'll come out and say, I'm
Say
for the Eagles.
something. Show me that you have a pulse. Show me you're alive.
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. I'm
He
paying Carson Wentz right
is the most under the radar ginger I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so sickened and disgraced.
Ginger's talking shit about Ginger.
Hire me as the PR guy and just put out a Fly Eagles fly so all you guys can go 6 to midnight over a fucking tweet. Over a tweet. Over a tweet.
Ginger on Ginger crime.
A tweet so everybody can run the social media and be like, he loves us again. He loves us. It's not true. I told you it wasn't true. I told you it wasn't true. I told you it wasn't true. That's all everyone
love
wants.
me.
I cannot anymore. Just get rid of them. Pack the bags. Go somewhere. Send him to Canadian Football League for all I care at this point. I can't.
Yeah.
All for a tweet. Because he owes it to everybody.
Is that what you want, Chrome? A tweet?
He owes it to everybody.
You want a tweet, Chrome? Or you want like a press conference?
I don't care.
I want a press conference.
You want a press conference?
Ariana wants a lot of accountability. She wants
a lot of it.
I would be happy if he came out and sent out a tweet and told me personally to go fuck myself. At least I know he's alive and has a pulse. At least I know that he's not some mirage there, that he's not some mystical human being that hasn't been around since 2019.
He's mystical as fuck.
Who knows who the hell 2020 Carson was?
This isn't Disney World with this mystical human being shit.
No, that's magical. Don't you mistake mystical for magical here, buddy, okay? Grow up, Peter Pan.
I don't want to trade, Todd. I don't want to trade Carson. All right? I'm just saying, and I got no time for little.
You know what?
But get rid of him.
You know what? Carson Wentz was not even on the agenda tonight.
I don't want to trade Carson.
I needed to keep my hypertension down if I'm going to have a career in influencing the world. Want to keep me around, okay?
Listen, you know me. I'm not going to, like, I don't
Tori, want to slide it? Tor, why don't you just slide into that Carson DM?
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Just wanted you to know this and this.
Just wondering if you're going to stay with the team.
If you want to come on and talk about it, great. If not, just let you know I support you.
You know, it would be a great segment.
I got your back. I'm on your side.
A great segment would be Tori's DMs every week. You know what?
That is a good.
You know what?
Good idea.
I'm gonna work on that.
P.S. I got your back.
Out that portion of the show on Tori's DM. I'm gonna might exit the screen on. I don't know if I want to be associated with what could happen in there.
I'm gonna blame it all on you, Tom.
That's fine. Put it all on my shoulder. At least I'll be accountable. You know, I will go do a presser like Ariana would want. You know what I mean? Like I would go do a presser, but I'd be like, listen, let me tell you, I didn't tell you guys to go in there.
Ariana wants Carson to show up at her front steps with a bouquet of roses to tell her.
Hey, why not? Why not? Terrell Owens would have. Did he been doing jumping jacks and sit-ups in her driveway with a camera?
You know what? You know how much I love T.O.? He came out this week denouncing Wentz. So, like, I'm just at odds this week with my life.
No.
And guess what?
Any former player, no. Let me give a newsflash.
How many times has Carson Wentz tweeted you back, and how many times has Terrell Owens tweeted you back?
Terrell Owens has tweeted me back a couple times.
And I'm saying, where's your support line?
When did we take former players' words as gospel, too? That don't play with a guy and never played with him. When did them words become gospel? Right?
That's true.
It's almost went like Brian Westbrook, the coach for the Eagles. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when did we just want to just? Oh, I can't do this tonight. I can't do this one. I can't.
Hey, this was not on the agenda, so y'all went off script.
Yeah, who said that? Yeah, Crum said you got.
Crum went off script.
Oh, I stroked that fire perfectly. He's
like, I haven't.
I pulled the strings. I stroked the fire. I did all. I lit the fuse. I was.
At least you're stroking something.
That's.
It's stroke 8.
Stroke what you got to stroke, Crum.
I'm stroking it's myself. I ain't stroking nobody else.
Oh, the old selfish stroke. They call that hashtag selfish stroke.
I cannot. After dark talk.
Guy's a selfish guy.
Put your earmuffs on, kids.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Speaking of, it's been a while since I've had my figures around, guys.
He's pulling them out of his pants right now. I cannot.
You're really gonna lean like this far?
No, he literally was like pulling his pants.
Who's next to them? You snuggle with them, Chrome. You're snuggling with them, Chrome.
It's been a while. You guys haven't said hi to the Hulkster in a while.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well,
do you have Chaz in there?
I gotta say hello to the show at 9:45. So
yeah, at my parents' house, I have it.
Why don't we just do Super Bowl picks? Since
Ariana, let them know. Let them know.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to push the bad trends to next week, guys.
I mean, Tori Crow.
I can't wait.
Side note: that picture that you posted. This is 3 of those figures in that picture. By the way, the other one's in a box.
I thought about that night on this show as soon as I saw that picture. Okay, so real quick, what is the line? Kansas giving Tampa 3 or 3.5?
Last time I looked, it was 3. Let me see.
I think it's still 3. So either way, we'll give her a score. We'll give her. We can give her a score prediction quickly, and then I'll decide who's covering.
3,
obviously,
3.
Money. All right, and then we'll give you some prop bets before we get out of here for Super Bowl 2. So we'll have some fun with it. So Kansas City is giving Tampa 3. I'm gonna say 34-31 Buccaneers.
34-21.
34-31 Buccaneers.
Damn, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna take the
Bucs. I don't know where that came from.
No, I kind of like it, Tom. I like it.
Yeah, I am going with the Bucks too. But my score, I'm going to go 37-31.
Still a good one. So that's right. That's where, that's what we assume, right? We assume some points are going to get scored on Sunday.
Yeah.
Not always, though, in the Super Bowl, but.
No tour.
They need it for ratings. They're going to score.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Lindsay, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go high scoring. I've been thinking about this for a while. I guess I'll go with the Bucks. I feel like Tom Brady just like thrives in these situations. So I'll go 37-35. I think it's going to be super close, but I do think it's going to be high scoring.
I like that one too. I like that we're all thinking the same way. That means it's going to go under if anybody's betting.
Right.
Under. Too many of us are on the same side here with this.
We're like 85 to 70.
That's why I wanted to go the other way, but I just feel like that's just where he thrives.
It's just everything's set up for him to win this. You know what I mean? And that dude's on a mission. That's nothing against Mahomes and his greatness and Andy and everything that Kansas City is. I just think Kansas City's going to be there for a while.
See, I feel like it's set up for either or. It's set up for Brady to come out on top again in the home stadium for the first time ever, being the GOAT. But it's also set up for mini GOAT, the next GOAT up and coming before anyone has been Mahomes. So I feel like it's also a time for him to kind of take on, like, what's the saying? Like, take the candle.
Yeah,
flame,
take over
whatever.
Take the reins.
Yeah. So it's like, it's literally, for me, it's like dead set in the middle, and it's split for, like, I've never been more divided on a Super Bowl ever.
I'm divided because I like both teams. I like Brady. That's where I get
I'm tired of him winning, though, but
tired of. That's everything that is greatness times a million. That's what that dude is.
So
everything you think
I'm
greatness.
Tired of it now, but I recognize, like, a million years from now, and when I have kids and shit, and like they'll be talking about Tom Brady, and I'll be able to say, like, oh, I watched all these people. Like, I will like to talk about that then, and I think it'll be cool. But in the moment, it's like, oh, again, like, I'd like to see new people win.
Yeah, and you'll be able to say, I remember that one Super Bowl where we played against him, and Carson Wentz threw for. Oh wait, he didn't throw for anything in that Super Bowl.
Yikes! Shots fired.
I also have the Buccaneers winning this game, and it's funny to say I have this at a lower score, but it's not really a low score. But it feels like it's low for them. I have it at 31-27. Like, the fact that I have a team only scoring 27 points to me feels like any other matchup. It's predicting a team to score 13. Just looking at these two teams, but I have Tampa Bay winning this game outright, 31-27.
So you guys all pick the Bucs.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. So like I said, I'm dead set in the middle. Since I'm not doing too well on FanDuel because I've been betting against Brady, I wanted to come into the Super Bowl betting for Brady. But however, I'm overthinking that.
Here's the mush.
I'm overthinking that to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm about to bet Brady, and I do, and that's the one time he doesn't hit. And you guys all said Tampa Bay, so I have to say Chiefs now. So I'm gonna go Chiefs. Chiefs 31, Tampa Bay 26.
I'll say this: if there's a defense, we know what defense is better, and that's Tampa. So, I think advantage Tampa in this game, and the Chiefs already beat them once this year down there. That's what makes me like Tampa a little bit more too. That's the only reason. Like, Mahomes is going to be great regardless if he wins the Super Bowl or not. He's been to 3 straight. Like, his GOAT stature's already there, right? And to get beat by Tom Brady is never like an insult, right? It's never an insult. Like, getting beat by Nick Foles is an insult. Getting beat by Tom Brady is never an insult.
Wait, this should have been our prop bet too. Will he shake hands if he loses?
No, absolutely not.
Yes, you will.
No.
Mahomes, I think you will.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you will.
Because remember, he just wanted to get here to prove to everybody that he can do this on his own.
On any team, which is astounding, literally.
Go run bets through. We got 7 minutes. So it's prop a store. I don't even know what that meant.
All right. Do you want me to go down them?
Could have had a V8.
All right, guys. All right, we already did the picks. All right, so we're going coin toss. Is it a heads? Is it a tails?
Tails never fails.
Heads.
Tails.
She's on mute.
Oh, I was like,
Sorry, I was talking. Wait, what is it?
heads or tails?
Oh, I'm a tails girl. Tails for sure.
Tails.
I don't know. I'm just going with the moment. I'm gonna say heads.
I always lose a coin toss. Like,
Me too.
why? Never. Like, the only
Me
one I
too,
ever
but one of us has to win it.
Exactly.
love this. The only one I ever won, like at home plate for a coin toss, was rolling a baseball to the mound, and whoever got closest to the pitching rubber. And I like went up and like
I
landed
never heard of that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, we should do this at ground rules all the time. All right, next one.
All right. Gatorade color that's dumped at the end of the game for the winning team. The choices are orange, red, pink, yellow, lime, green. It's all one. Blue or purple.
Orange.
Wait, red pink is one?
Orange, red, pink. Yellow, lime, green is one. Blue or purple.
Red, pink.
I was gonna go red pink because, like, Valentine's Day vibes.
Yellow,
I'm
lime,
sure that's
green.
what they're thinking.
Maybe that's like too predictable. I don't know.
I'm gonna go blue.
I'm going red pink. Red pink.
All right.
Yeah, orange. Leave us in oranges. This is easy.
I said orange.
I did look on the prop bets and like certain ones are more favored, but I forget which one was more favored. All right, this is the national anthem over under time. If it matters, there's articles written about who performs them and like how long they typically perform. But the performers are Eric Church, who's a country artist who I freaking love.
Fantastic.
You know who Eric Church is. All right, you're in country zone right here.
Not everyone is.
I mean, I'm all like Pandora, like, this is country. You know what I'm saying? So,
Dude, he was one of the best live performances I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, we're driving down back roads, dirt roads.
So wait, it's Eric Church plus someone named Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know who she is, but she's from Philly, so that's cool. The over under is 1 minute and 58 seconds.
A minute and 58?
Over.
Oh, over.
Y'all
always
over?
take the over in this.
I want to go over because it's a duo, and like an article I read was talking about how Eric Church plays guitar, and that might take a little bit.
Probably gonna
be like rocking out.
Don's not coming to my. Now he's not coming. Now you're not coming to my cookout, Don. Eric Church, you didn't know. All right, now you're not playing our cookout, so that works. Go ahead, Thor.
Over under total points 55.
Over.
Total.
No, I'm
Total 55.
Yeah,
I forget what was my guess.
You were
all of our
I think they were all over.
Yeah, over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So wait, Don doesn't know who Eric Church is, but he knows who Jasmine Sullivan is.
I don't know.
She's pretty famous. I just looked her up on
Really? Oh.
I know Jasmine Sullivan. Relax.
1.6 million followers.
Well, guess what? I'm getting there too.
I'm playing old school Biggie. I'm playing Tupac. I got a little modern country music. I mean, I got everything for everybody. All right, I'm the dad. You know what I mean? That's the cookout you want to come to, right? Because we got everybody. It's everybody. All family in that cookout. You know what I mean? All family at Tom's cookouts.
All right, next prop bet. Who scores the first touchdown of the game? Not
Kansas
team, like
City.
who actually scores it?
Gronk.
Who?
Gronk.
Mike
Gronk.
Evans.
I'm
Been a
going Tyreek Hill.
I was gonna go with him too.
Who did you say, Lindsay?
I'm going with Gronky.
Dude, Gronk shows up like once a game anymore.
I know.
I always forget. I'm like, oh shit, he's back.
Yo, that's probably like plus a lot though. That probably pays off. Like,
Gronk, yeah.
Yeah, it probably
I
pays
forgot
off.
about Kelsey, but I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think Tyreek Hill in the beginning of the game. I feel like Kelsey's more of like an end of the game, trying to come back touchdown. All right, first quarterback to be sacked.
That's Brady.
Mahomes.
That's Brady.
No, I got Brady.
Yeah, I'll go Brady.
I don't know why I want to go Mahomes, but I'm saying Mahomes.
If that ain't Brady, then I'm an idiot.
I'm saying Mahomes.
One can run.
So that's all the props, and then we did our score. So like the tiebreaker was going to be the score, and then the tiebreaker also is MVP. So who do you guys think is the MVP of the Super Bowl?
Brady.
Buccaneers are winning. Then I mean, if it's not
Brady,
then
Can you imagine?
definitely Brady.
Like we've seen defensive players win it. Like if they get it done defensively and they have like a bunch of like a guy has 2 picks or something, you know what I mean? Or like
no way they're overshadowing Brady.
They would though. If somebody had like 2 interceptions on that defense and one was like a pick 6, right? Or somebody had like 3 or 4 sacks on the defensive front, like they wouldn't be shy to give it to somebody else.
You don't think so?
It depends what kind of stat game he has. Like
I think his name's written on it no matter what his stats are.
No.
I don't know about that.
No.
But I picked Kansas City to win, so.
Well, you said the same thing you just said about Brady. Then it's Mahomes.
I know, but I don't like to like always bet like, and this is probably why I lose bets all the time because I don't like to go with the obvious. This is why I'm not good at betting.
I feel like choosing the obvious always like ends up biting me in the ass. So.
Yeah, and it's like the one time I don't pick the obvious, it's the obvious.
See, I think it's the time try to get cute is where I lose.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess I'll say Mahomes.
Get my Howie Roseman on, and I like try to get cute and then lose.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Mahomes. What are y'all saying, Brady? Everyone?
Yeah, Brady.
I'm not giving one. I don't.
You gotta give one. You can't just keep like going in the middle and not giving a pick.
Yeah, but then I expect too much out of the person I pick. So
yeah, but who cares?
Antonio Brown, because nobody expects anything, and if he gives you,
there we go.
That would make up 2021. Like if AB has like 3 touchdowns and a Super Bowl MVP after everything that's going on.
This is why I didn't want to say Tyreek Hill because I wanted to go with him again. But I'm like, he's a piece of shit. So like, I like you don't want to give that to a piece of shit person.
Oh yeah, I mean,
even though I don't think Antonio Brown's a piece of shit like Tyreek Hill, I think Antonio Brown's just mental.
Tyreek's kid probably don't even want to go to the Super Bowl.
Who?
What? I said
who? Kids? His
I didn't want to repeat that twice. Tyreek Hill's kid, his own kid, probably doesn't want to go to the Super Bowl.
Hell no, I don't want to go near him either.
I'd rather go rustle around in like a lion's cage or something. You know what I mean? Than be around him.
So I'm saying, like, I hate to bet with Tyreek Hill, but how can you not? Ugh.
All right. Listen, great show, ladies. On National Girls and Women's Day.
Girls and Women in Sports Day. And remember it.
You know, I want to take that back after the way George just like.
You sound like Chrome now. I said something smart to him.
Of course, I carried me. I feel like LeBron. I'm like, Tor, sit down.
You have to say like respectfully, Tor.
Respectfully, just take a seat.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, Eileen, there they go. There they go for you. I know it's not.
I don't know about that.
Closest thing you're going to get to the Patriots. The Patriots fans are, most of them, listen, when you win that many Super Bowls somewhere, they're fans. They're loyal ones.
I would not be rooting for Brady if I was a Patriots fan.
This is the last thing I have to say. Okay?
Taylor, no, we still have spots open. DM me.
Since you brought it up, and I have no problem with Patriots fans rooting for Brady and Gronk. However, I find it ironic because of the number of Patriots fans that I saw last year destroying Eagles fans for rooting for Andy Reid to get a ring. What a bunch of hypocrites. And I'm not saying her specifically because she wasn't one of them, but I saw so much of it. And I think they should be able to. But it is very ironic how 360-ish days can change the whole perception of things.
Yeah, and I think most Patriots fans like her, are rooting for Tom and
sure, and they should be.
But guess what? We rooted for Andy after how many years had gone by?
Yeah, but they won.
This has been just a year away. But I'd be upset if he didn't stay with me. He could have stayed with me. He could have took a discount.
No, that's good. Stop it.
Anybody that knows the Patriots like that knows their team wasn't good enough to win this year, and that's the other reason why he had his little going away party.
I'm just saying, I would still be mad at Brady.
Yeah, not you, Eileen. I emphasize not you. I was talking about a lot of others, and I'm not even just saying in the chat.
But it's different because Andy's been away so long.
Ariana's out.
She don't even say bye. She's just like,
Deuce has got to go.
All right, well,
she's like, I don't care about the poll. I don't care about. Who
Well,
wins?
Do trends next week.
Because I got
Trends have now become the new Sixers. Trends
trends
have become the new
are gonna
Sixers.
be
It's our
so good.
new Matt Damon.
Yes.
next week.
week's
We'll
trends.
We'll get into our worst fashion trends. We didn't get into that this week. You know, and then we got another show coming up, so we're not going to rush it because it's funny and there's some good trends. So we want to be able to like have some fun with that. We appreciate everybody that tuned in with us tonight. And listen, you guys all know, obviously, what happened to our friend down in Ocean City at allcampusoc.com. You can go to my Twitter or A2D's Twitter, and you can retweet it, donate if you can. There's a GoFundMe page, so anything anybody can do to help. And if you can't, a retweet's good enough. You know what I mean? So not everybody can donate, you know, in 2021 with everything that's going on, not only with financials for everybody. So if you can't, a retweet, that's a win for us.
We still have blocks available too for the block pool.
Super Bowl block pool is available. And if this one sells out quickly, maybe we do a little $10 piece, but we're running up close to it, so maybe not. But at least we have one done. We were able to do one, and guess what? That's pretty remarkable to be able to do that this year. So we appreciate everybody listening to us. Appreciate you ladies, even Ariana, even though she's not here right now. You crush it every week, even though me and Tor, we don't always agree, but this week we were team Instamodel.
Team Instamodel, yeah.
We're growing.
This might be a first, yeah.
Might be a first. Bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D. If you want to be able to do like back-to-back shows or you got freaking tests and you need some focus and clarity, I'm fucking telling you. All right? I'm telling you to get the focus and clarity. I live by it. I'm telling you, like, there was a point of time through like the quarantine-ish periods where you're like, oh man, getting a little sluggish, right? Stuff's great. Stuff's phenomenal. On my second bottle, I got tons of different stuff over there. It's all made from hemp. It's really some good stuff, and it all promotes wellness, balance, and recovery, which is really cool. So bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D for 20% off. Tomorrow night, Riley Cote on the Hockey Happy Hour, only on A2D Radio.
Yeah.
Riley will be on, and they got a special 40%,
I love Riley.
40% off promo code tomorrow night. All right, and it's for a specific big order, like it's a bundle pack almost of stuff. That's like $170 value that you can get for like $119. All right, so Travis and the guys, Riley, Todd, and all them guys, they put a great care package together for us tomorrow night for the show. And Riley's giving out a free jersey tomorrow night on the Hockey Happy Hour, and A2D's giving out a free A2D shirt tomorrow night on the Hockey Happy Hour. So stay tuned. Bodycheckwellness.com, though. Promo code A2D, 20% off for Tom, Tori, Lindsay, Chrome, Ariana, the family out there. We love you. Keep your alerts on. Subscribe. Stay tuned. You have A2D coming up with about 5,000 people on the screen. So stay tuned for that. We out. Big win, Sixers. I got to now turn the Flyers on.